Diary of a Channeler, episode 3. I'm laughing at how I look because through these things, the world seems magical. And I have channeled on that. And yes, I can override and supersede the need to wear these. However, I am a biological being, and it has been recommended that when I do long periods of computer work, which I am doing long periods of computer work, building trainings, writing books, all the things, that I am still a biological being. And so that would be in my best interest. I know I'm laughing right now, but a moment ago I was crying. My whole nervous system is shaking. Like, I don't want to exaggerate anything, so I'm not sure if you can tell, but like when I hold my hands up, there's a shakiness happening, and I just want to shudder all over. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. I admit, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I'm having a really hard time today. So if you're following along with these, hopefully this is not the first video of mine that you're seeing, because you'll probably never come back again. But if this is not your first video, you might know that some things have been happening. And yeah, I'm still getting over this head cold. That's not any fun. Definitely a purging, a recalibration, a release of old past lives. I'm getting a lot of people just meeting me with resistance, and it feels awful. It feels icky. It feels really sad. My energy shifted when I started this video, and I'm learning right now in speaking to you that I need to do this more often, because I just felt better as soon as I started the video, because the energy's moving. So, for me personally, as a soul activator, I guess you could say, I'm not real gentle. I'm loving. I mean, I think I am. I'm kind. I mean, I think I am. And I'm also just like, I got work to do, and I'm not gonna coddle, and I'm not gonna, like, I'll give you a hug and I'll hold space for you to, share your feelings. But I mean, this is it. Like, we're co-creating the new earth, and you can either be part of it, or you can just be in your, you know, shitstorm of shitty beliefs, and that's fine. And I'm going to be fine. I have people that are rising up to meet me in these new energies and spaces, and I have people that I just really thought were like my people, that they're not there. And it's interesting because I've been through this a lot in my life. Like, I've been doing this work for like 25 years, and I've been like really in the trenches for over a decade now. People fall away all the time. You're not everybody's cup of tea. They're not all going to like you. Not everybody's going to like your style, your tone, whatever. And I am so good at that. Like, just letting it go. It's fine. You do you, I do me. We send it all off in love and light. But something about what's happening to me now over these last 3 weeks is just like a whole nother layer. Because I'm having like these full body activations, like Kundalini Awakening kind of stuff, like paradigm shifts, and see, I'm feeling the quakiness now. I'm feeling the shakiness inside. And so I don't know, the first time I started feeling it was some weeks ago, and I was driving to the yoga studio in the morning, and I started to feel really scared and freaked out. And I'm a strong person. Like, you know, I'm that kind of person where you want me in an emergency situation because I can handle it, you know, like I can handle death. I can handle the most extreme, the most tragic. Like, I've got you. And I don't mind being totally open that I was scared. I was like driving to the studio. It's 5:15 a.m. in the morning. It's dark out. Nobody's around on the road. And I was feeling scared. And so I get to like, well, actually, I was like playing some music as I always do. And it was my liked songs on Spotify, but at this point, I mean, I would have to look, but I probably have like thousands of songs that I've liked. All of a sudden, Jesus Christ Superstar came on, and I immediately started to cry. I felt Jesus in the car with me. He was there. Like, I freaking felt his presence. And I was so excited, and just it felt so good. But that too, like, do you like Jesus was in the car with me. I mean, I'm not talking like, oh, I'm having a little like, you know, spirit vision. I'm having a moment of like channeling. I mean, he was in the actual car. And, you know, nobody talks about this. Like, people don't talk about like when it really happens, like ultimate truth, like ultimate love, like ultimate realization, ultimate enlightenment, and I'm not enlightened. Try to hold that in your nervous system. You know, like, is it awe-inspiring, beautiful, like drop you to your knees, like crying in awe and bliss? Yeah. And that is a lot to handle. So that song came off, went off, and then Tracy Chapman, uh, Stand By Me. Stand By Me, right? Uh, whatever that song was. I need to look it up. I'd like to look it up because when that song played, Jesus kind of went away, and my dad was there. And when my dad came in, and he passed away a little over a year ago, and I've had this huge realization. I'm probably going to post about it at some point in the Circle group, my Facebook group, if you're interested. But I was on a plane headed to his passing, um, and I bought this amazing painting. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this beautiful painting of this star being just came to me. And see, now I'm feeling emotional. And she's so beautiful. And she's me. And it's no coincidence this came to me on the way to my dad's passing because he's connected to her. And she's holding a candle of strength, of truth, of light. My father is now on the other side, helping to hold that flame and doing his work from there. And so, anyway, this song comes on in the car, and I tell you, I could kind of see him. It was sort of like this ethereal mist, and he held my hand all the way to the studio because I was so scared. Not of I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of beings and source consciousness and the multiverse. I I digress. I have so much to say, and thank you for listening. I've had this thing my whole life where I thought like talking about myself was like ego. You know, I constantly hold space for others to talk about themselves, and I just don't really share about myself because I thought it was like selfish. I thought it was like ego. I thought like saying, oh, I can connect to these beings and and you know, like I have these answers for you and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this and I can do that. I just thought it was like being full of myself and what I've come to realize, and I'm not rooted into this at all. I do not have this yet rooted into my being, but what I realized is I am afraid of my own power. And I really think we all are. I think everyone is terrified of true love. And so we wall it up. We put the masks on and we're just terrified of love. And why are we terrified of love? Because we're afraid to lose it, I think. But I think there's more to it than that, and I don't have it at this moment. So anyway, not only did that, I think it was Stand By Me. It came on 3 times that day. So it didn't only come on in the car, it came on twice later. The same exact version, Tracy Chapman, like, right? You can't make that up. And there's power in three. So when I got to the studio that morning, I called my boyfriend, and I don't call people, and I don't call him. I mean, we see each other a lot, and I love him, like I love him a ton. I just don't call people. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird thing. I don't freaking know. But I called him because I was scared and I was grounded, or I needed grounding, and I don't remember how the conversation went. But he basically said, well, this is all really overwhelming for me. And I was just like, and I mean, I'm shaking. I'm like freaking out. Do I hold it back? Yeah. Do I tell people how I'm really feeling? No. Because I don't want people to be scared. I don't want them to worry about me. So I usually give them the sugar coated version. I'm like, well, I'm having a hard time right now, but I don't really say like I'm freaking out and I'm terrified right now and I'm having full body shakes and activations and I don't know who the fuck I am in this moment, because everything in my goddamn life is changing and it's everything I've ever wanted and everything I've ever dreamed of, and it's so much more than that, that I'm just having a fucking moment right now. And so whatever he said, I was just like, well, I need to get off the phone, because like he just wasn't meeting me there, right? Like he can't, it's not his time yet. That's fine. He's 12 years younger, whatever, you know? So as politely as I could, I was like, I need to get off the phone. Well, at least he called me back 5 minutes later and he said, I know I'm not where you are with this and I don't fully understand. I am here to support you. And I was like, that was all I needed. I was just like, thank you. And he's like, I'll come over, you know, after work and we'll just sit. And I was like, oh, I was like, thank you. Like, that's just like, I needed something, like throw me a bone, you know? And then at that same time, like not that same exact moment, but probably that same day or shortly therein and around that, I reached out to 4 of my other people that I consider my like support team. And it was the weirdest thing because I said things like, I need you, please be with me. I said, my heart is really hurting right now. You know, I mean, I said things like this, and radio silence. And then when the messages came back, there was just like, this is what I have going on right now, da 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 da. I have projects, and this is not, you know, one specific person or anything, but just like across them, except for my friend Nicole, and she's just really busy, and that's fine. She's in a new business, and in fact, I called her today, or she called me today, because I said I was struggling, and she called me even though she's so busy, and but like she's not like fully available, right? Like she doesn't live here and I can call her. She's just everybody's just so fucking busy right now. Like, why is everybody so busy? But it was just really weird. And this was right before Easter. I think it was like Friday or Saturday before Easter. And like I have to tell you, I felt crushed because I have actually never in my life, and I mean never, and is this a hyper independent trauma response? Yeah. Asking for help. Um, I've never in my life reached out. And so the first time in my life, at 47 years old, I reached out for support and it wasn't there. And to be honest, it crushed me. It really did. Um, but, I was okay with that. Um, Soul sovereignty is what I'm learning and stepping into. It's all beautiful at the same time. It's fine. Like, really, it's fine. But that was just a hard time for me, a hard moment. So, I don't know, I'm shaking again. Um, uh, yeah, so that was hard. I'm going through it again today. People aren't um gonna fully resonate with what I'm doing. What I'm doing is something the world doesn't have a name for yet. I had to channel on why I'm feeling terrified, why I'm feeling insecure for the first time in my life. Like, I've been doing yoga and these things for 25 years. As I said, have I been nervous to teach a class? Sure. Showing up at a festival and like a new space, not really knowing the people I'm teaching. Yeah, I get a little nervous, but it's because I care. But never have I ever stepped into any modality, any, like, I do yoga, I do breath work, I do hypnosis, I do tarot card readings, I do channeling sessions, like, I do all these things, and I've never been terrified or insecure at all until now. And yeah, I'm stepping into something that the world doesn't yet have a name for. And as much as I'm shaking and crying and with the energy moving through my nervous system, I'm good. I got this. I was born for this. This is my path. But I did not expect all this. But then I say that and I'm like, yeah, I did. At the very same time, I'm like, yeah, I did. I knew what was coming. I knew what this was. But that amnesia was strong. I mean, I'm having things like I turn on the little like Starlight in my bedroom last night and it accidentally goes right to red and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I don't like red. And then I sit with it, I'm like, why don't I like red? And then without even going there, it's like past life torture. There was a room with red lights and you hate red because you were tortured with like red lights present. And so, and I made some kind of noise. I'm like, my boyfriend's like, what? And I was like, I don't even want to say. So I just kind of held that in, right? And I mean, I can't watch TV right now. I can't watch movies. Food doesn't taste right anymore. I've had to move to decaf lattes, which I think I said in the last one. My sons, thank goodness I have 20 years of experience with patients because every sound they make annoys me, like I'm like so sad. And then there's like four of them and girlfriends and cats and my boyfriend like in my house, and they talk about modified cars and dock building and UFC and like stuff that it's not like I'm not interested, but it's not really what I want to be talking about every moment of my existence in my home with my family. Whew. I feel better just getting it out. And that's what they're telling me. Like, I don't know what it is. Why are we so afraid to be real? Like, part of me is sitting here like, I'm not going to post this. This is just for me to just get it out and I'm not going to share it. And the other part of me is like, Jolie, you have to share it because you're being vulnerable and real and raw, and people can connect to that. I think I said it in episode 2, like, I didn't know I was in a spiritual closet. I didn't know I was holding back. I didn't know I was avoiding any and all confrontation. Because people are always like, oh, I don't like confrontation. I'm kind of like, I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, I think it's just like in the moment, if somebody says something, I'm just kind of like, hey, that, I don't, it doesn't feel good, right? But I mean, like, I guess now it's just like it's handling, I guess you call it confrontation, when you say something that somebody doesn't agree with. And people are just so vicious with their words these days. People don't understand high vibrational language. There's always a kinder way to say something. So I don't know. I guess just I wanted to come on here just to show that, moving towards our purpose, whether you're watching this video because you want to channel or not, one, I hope this doesn't scare you or hold you back, because what I'm going through is so beautiful. I'm sitting here shaking and crying, and I'm all messed up on the insides today. And at the same time, there's just this deeper level of knowing and trust that it's just like all so good, so important, so necessary. So I think I just wanted to come on here and say that, like, moving into your highest timeline, living your best life, it's messy, right? I mean, it's hard at times. And sometimes we got to do things that there's no map for. And I think I'm just really feeling like I'm just really feeling it all. Maybe you want to take a few breaths with me, because I think that'd be good right now. Let's take a long, slow, deep inhale. Hold it for a moment at the top and let it go. Everything's okay. Even in death, everything's okay. We're here on this human plane, this earth school. One, if not the hardest places in the whole multiverse to incarnate. We're here to bring the light. We're here to co-create the new earth. And if you are watching this, I hope you truly start or already understand, like, what that actually means. It means that we can't sugarcoat things with love and light. That's spiritual bypassing. It means there's some deep, dark stuff that we've got to move through, that we've got to look at. And it takes courage. It takes bravery. And there are people out there that want to connect with you. I am just getting started with this new, whatever it is, this open channel that I am practicing on. I need to go do my channeling practice here in a few minutes. I'm committed to open channeling at least 5 minutes each day. I'm going to be back soon with channeling videos for you. Right now, this diary of a channeler, it'll continue. I'm going to bring some other videos back, like where I'm channeling the Galactic Council, because I feel them moving through me. And in all honesty, I just need a little bit more time to integrate and to ground and to root into that, and let that flow through, because like they said, my system is being tuned with precision so that I do not fracture under the magnitude of what is meant to move through me. And I've asked about the Next Level Soul podcast because it's a podcast I've been watching that I just love so much, and it's getting this like really wide scale reach. And I had to channel on it because I said, I have this desire to be on this podcast, and I'm scared. Like, I'm afraid that I'm going to get on there and I'm just going to be nervous and shaky, and that I won't be able to get into, you know, the right state to channel. And they just said, what you're feeling is a threshold. What you're feeling means you're closer than you think, closer than you know. And they said, you will be invited, and it won't even be that long. And then they said, I am meant to revolutionize the channeling industry. A lot of times when people channel, they close their eyes. I sometimes do as well. I'm working towards channeling with my eyes open. I am in some sense channeling now, but not like, you know, as specific as what I want to move through me. And, you know, some people use weird voices and they're very serious and like, and they said, I'm here to help revolutionize that. And I'm excited about that. And I'm also a little terrified, and that's okay. That's just what it is. So I don't know what episode 4 is going to bring, but, I don't know. I was just sitting over there trying to do work and just feeling all this energy, all this energy, all this energy. And I just heard my guide say, just go make a YouTube about this and just be you. Just let it all out. Just say whatever comes to mind. Those who are meant to hear it will, and those who aren't won't. And, you know, some people are going to rise to meet you because of this video, because they're going to see you. So if you're seeing me, thank you. Because I need it. For the first time in my life, I need support. I need a community. And so I've been working on that. I've been building that through like a WhatsApp group and through the circle, and, you know, just with some personal friendships. And it's just still really hard right now because, like I said, I see some who are rising, and I know I could just say, hey, I need a friend right now, and they'd answer. And it's also just still very, I don't know, there's that quote I heard once. It's like nailing jello to a wall. Everything just feels open, expansive, spacious, wobbly, not wobbly in a bad way, but it's like there is nothing for me to grasp onto right now. Maybe just loving my children. But shit, I've done that a lot, you know? My marriage ended over 15 years ago now. And I've just had to suck it up and be loving for my children, you know, to be there for them, to be, and I don't think I always was, but I think I did a pretty good job. So I can love my children, of course, and that brings me peace. And also, they're just not at the ages where they can really fully support me back, you know? So it's okay. It's coming. I love it. I love it all. I'm sitting here crying and shaking, and I already said it, but like, I love this. Am I scared? Yes. Am I still sitting here like, am I going to post this or not? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna possibly watch it back and just decide. But if this makes it to you, again, thank you. I just have so much gratitude. I'm experiencing levels of gratitude that I didn't know were possible. I'm experiencing levels of love that I didn't know were possible. I'm in awe. So as much as today I'm having a moment and I'm feeling kind of low and hurt and sad and like just massive amounts of grief moving through my body as I remember, it's just also like I'm home. I'm free. And if I don't exactly feel free in this exact moment, I know that I am journeying into freedom, you know, almost like being born. It's kind of like I'm in the birth canal, my head's getting squished. But when I come out of there, the angels are gonna sing. Although I don't think that's a good analogy because being born on earth is not easy. I need to figure out something better for that. I'm in some kind of birth canal. But I don't know what to compare it to. All right. Now I just kind of feel like I'm rambling. So thank you so much. If this ever makes it to you, if it doesn't, I think it was heard in the ethers and by the higher selves of those who are meant to answer the call. I love you. I thank you. And we'll see what comes in episode 4.